everyone, welcome to The Explorer. Today we will learn English tenses.
In this lesson, we are going to revise 5 different tenses. The simple present tense, simple past tense, the present continuous tense, future tenses, and the past continuous tense. Forms of verbs. We are going to take a look at the different forms of verb according to the time. So you find that the verbs changed, right, when the time changes. 就是讲当我们在不同的时间讲不同的句子，你发现到那个动词会换的，给我们会那个动词会不一样的。Okay, we give a very simple example. The verb do homework 那个 do 做功课的 ，okay do present 每天时常 do does okay you ask 没有 ask 的就是时常发生 okay 一个事实 then you have okay the verb do or does. Next 昨天 that's past tense of do did. Okay, see the verb changed now. Okay, the verb has changed to did. 你不可以用 do 了 Okay, so you have to use the past tense of do did. 现在正在 you need to use is am doing. 现在正在 is am doing. 明天 future 就是将要发生 You find that there are 4 different ways okay, to express future action 就是你可以用 A is am doing which is the same like number 3现在正在也可以用将要发生的就是好像明天也可以用 B will shall do C will be doing and D is am going to do. All these 4 different forms of verbs express future 就是将要发生可以用随便一个 okay and the last one was were doing okay, a very simple way to describe was were doing 就是昨天正在刚才正在就刚才正在做功课 I was doing my homework just now 即刚才我正在我要强调我刚才正在做什么我昨天正在 right 给2天前他们正在 so these are was were ing was were doing okay so when you look at these 5 different tenses 就是第1种到第5种就是这5种不一样的 okay tenses you find that the verb 看它的动词 the verb changed right the verb changed from do to was were doing say do does did is am doing and then your future A is am doing B will shall do C will be doing D is am going to do and number 5 was were doing okay you have to copy this into your grammar book 2 exercise book. By looking at the example that you have written for the verb do, you're going to write one more for me now. The verb read. Read 读 Number 1每天时常发生的 So the verb read do you ask 没有 ask the simple present tense 对吗 Okay you write on your own Then I want 昨天 that's the past tense of read Okay write on your own 昨天2天前 is past tense. Now, number 3, 现在正在 write the present continuous tense. 现在正在读 Don't forget your is am are. Next is 明天 future tenses. There are 4 different types of future tenses. Okay, can you write on your own? A, B, C, and D. 明天 tomorrow. Next year. Later. Okay, 就是等下。将要读 okay, right, number 4. And the last one, 昨天正在刚才正在昨晚正在 future tenses. Use was were and your verb. Okay, so don't forget your verb with ing. That's was were. 昨天正在 Okay, copy and write this into your Grammar 2 exercise book. Let's take a look at how the verb do is changed in different tenses. Okay, do 我们刚才用的那个是 do 做功课。来，我们看看一下，那个 do 这个动词怎么样在不同的时间是会换的。Okay. So let's take a look at number 1. I always do my homework in the library. Okay, you please read the sentence on your own or you read together with me. I always do my homework in the library. Do is a verb. 我时常做功课。我时常在图书馆做我的功课。See, use the word do. And you don't use did or you don't use does, but I always do. Present, simple present tense, showing habitual action. 时常发生啊。Okay, that's number 1. Then if you look at number 2, she did her best in the exam last week. Can you see the word last week? Okay, last week 是上个星期过了，已经发生了。上个星期在她考试，她做得很好。She did her best. So you cannot use do now or does, but you have to use the past tense because last week, past tense of do, did. Okay, read the sentence again. She did her best in the exam last week. Number 3, the students are doing their homework in the classroom now. The students are doing their homework in the classroom now. Okay, so check the word now. Now 是现在，现在正在。That's number 3, 第三种的 present continuous tense. The students are 很多的学生 we use are and the verb doing. Okay, so that's for present continuous tense 第三种的。Number 4, my friends and I will do our science project tomorrow. Tomorrow 是明天，明天将要发生。It is not habitual action， 不是时常发生，也不是已经发生，它是明天将要发生。We will use the future tense. Okay, future tenses, you can use the second one, be, will, shall. So will, shall, do. So my friends and I will do our science project tomorrow. Number 5, Rosie was doing her mathematics homework all this morning. Rosie was doing her mathematics homework all this morning. 今天早上，整个早上 Rosie 都正在做她的数学功课。See, all this morning 就是今天整个早上，过了吗？过了。但是我们要强调，她那时候正在做，整个早上都正在。So that's why you need to use the 5th one. That's past continuous tense action going on at a certain time in the past. 那时候正在。So your answer, Rosie was doing her mathematics homework all this morning. Okay, was were ing, past continuous tense. B. Past continuous tense is also used for two past actions happening at the same time. So 5B, 两个动词一起发生，已经 past 的，已经过了的，那时候他们两个 Okay, here in this example, Rosie and her brother 两个一起发生的动词是 While Rosie was doing her mathematics homework, her brother was watching television. See, two actions happening at the same time. 当 Rosie 正在做她的数学功课，她的弟弟正在看电视。See, two actions happening at the same time. Okay, read the sentence again. While Rosie was doing her mathematics homework, her brother was watching television. And the last one, for past continuous tense, 5C. While Rosie was doing her mathematics homework, the lights went off. Okay, this is action going on. Rosie was doing her mathematics homework. Suddenly, something happened. The lights went off. 所以就她正在做数学功课，突然间 the lights 停电了，就是灯没有灯了。Okay, so the lights went off. 就是停电。Alright, so when you read this sentence, the action going on was were doing. 突然间发生的，我们就要用 past tense. While Rosie was doing her mathematics homework, the lights went off. Okay, we use the past tense for action that suddenly happened. Okay, 突然间发生的就是要用 past tense. So that's 5C. Okay, so when you look at all these sentences from number 1 to 5C, you find that the verb, see, check the verb changed. 它动词换了，不同的时间，它的动词就一定会换的。Okay, so that is why you need to know the difference between the present, the past, the present continuous, future, and the past continuous tense. Okay, and one last one. Don't forget. Number 6. She did not do her homework yesterday. Okay, so don't forget what? Yesterday is past tense. Yesterday, 昨天过了是吗？ But the verb is not did, but the verb is do. Why? Because there is a auxiliary verb, base form verb did here. So she did not. So after did, we use the base form. So what is the base form verb? Do. She did not do her homework yesterday. So please don't forget your base form verbs. Can, could, will, would, shall, should, do, does, did, may, must, might, ought to, need to, have to. Okay, so that's for sentence number 6. And you need to copy all this into your exercise book. Fill in the blanks with the correct verb form. Now, this time you're going to use the verb read. Okay, so if you have forgotten, please take a look at the example that you have written in your exercise book. Okay, for the verb read. There are 8 questions. Okay, you're going to write all these 8 questions into your exercise book and fill in the blanks with the correct verb form.